Hey, what is up, guys? This is Floyd with Floyd's Tech Reviews, and I'm coming at you today with a Redragon Fleckac Pro wireless gaming keyboard. This is my first fully wireless mechanical gaming keyboard that I've tested on this channel. So this is I'd say about a 65% keyboard. It doesn't have the numpad and all this other stuff, but it does have the arrow pads down here, the insert, delete, page up, page down buttons on this side. And this one also has a unique uh, LCD screen up here that I wanted to cover. And that's pretty much what piqued my interest about this. So you can use this keyboard on Xbox, PC, PlayStation. It doesn't really matter. The list is almost endless. You know, it has Bluetooth capability, so you can use it on like iPads, things of that nature. And also has like a 2.4 gigabit USB drive. I have it plugged into my PC right now to have it powered on. But on this side, it shows you 2.4 off and then Bluetooth mode. And let me turn this off real quick just so you can have a look at it from this perspective. So it has like a cool design, like the colors fade, gets a little bit darker as it goes down. At the bottom, it has some Redragon branding. And on the back, has the Ready for Battle branding over here. And notice on top right, you have this scroll wheel. And then, as I showed you before, this is a USB-C, so that's why you can run it wired. And on this side is where the dongle is usually stored. So I have it on 2.4 right now. I'm gonna turn it on, and then you'll see the screen, and it'll say looking for connection. It'll actually connect. Yeah, success. And you see that little Redragon logo as you power it on, and you have the date, the time, battery life, all this useful information at the top right of your keyboard. So one of the main things about a keyboard review is how does it sound? So I'm going to get some sound clips for you and show you how it sounds. So when it comes to keyboards, the sound and the feel is something that is personable, is personal to everybody. Some people like a little bit more clicky keyboards. Some people like a little bit softer. Some people don't like mechanical keyboards at all. Um, this is a little bit on the softer side of the mechanical keyboards. And me personally, I like the way that it sounds. I don't like keyboards that are too clicky, too clacky, too loud. You know, whenever you're playing in a room somewhere, you know, you clacking away playing the games. You know, I don't want everybody in the house to be annoyed by the keyboard that I'm using. Usually doesn't bother me too much because I'll have my headphones on, but it's more of a awareness thing, you know, for other people that are in your house. Um, and just the feel of a like too harsh of a keyboard, I feel like whenever I use it outside of anything else besides gaming, like just typing a document or something like that, too tactical, too tough, um, too hard of a keyboard just doesn't feel right whenever you're typing on it. So this is like a good medium ground. It's mechanical enough for you to feel it, but also you can use this keyboard for other things like typing documents and things of that nature. So for me, this is a good all around type keyboard. So I personally like it. You might not, but I'm just trying to explain to you how it feels. All right. So when you get this keyboard, it comes with four replacement switches. So if they get damaged or whatever the case, you have replacements one here. It gives you instructions on how to do it. And also comes with the tool that you'll need to replace your keycaps or your switches. And one of the highlights of this keyboard is this little screen up here on the top. And this is something that a lot of other keyboards don't offer. And it makes this keyboard very unique. So go through these settings. You can change the lighting effects. You can change the languages, the layout. So if you're ever set up with a Mac, you know, there's different layouts. So it has a Mac setup and a Windows setup. You can change your home screen to a clock, and you can also download GIFs. You can also change the colors of your effects. You can set it to a single color, or you can go through RGB like that. Let's see. And there are 19 different lighting effects that's stored onto this keyboard. I'll just give you some of them here. And I'm gonna have a timestamp so you can fast forward if this section isn't for you, but some people want to see the actual effects. So those are all 19 of the lighting effects. You can change the speeds of these. You can change the brightness. So I have this one set at about 40%. I'm gonna turn it all the way up to 100% so you can kind of see what the brightness goes up to. You have to remember too, I'm in a well lit room, so you probably can't tell too much of a difference. But here, I'm gonna turn off this light here. And even then, I still have this bright screen up, but here, this is at 100%, 80, 60, 40, 20, and that's off. I'm gonna leave it back at 40. 40 looks good to me. You can change the speed of the lighting effect. This is at 40%. This is as slow as it'll go. And I'm gonna go up really fast to the highest one so you can see the difference. So you have all this customizability, or however you say the word, with this keyboard. So all the software is built into the keyboard itself. If you have a console and you're looking at a keyboard like this is a good option, especially for console users. All of these different brands, they have their own softwares they're designed mostly for PC users. So you don't get all of the customization that you have on this one out of the box that's stored on the keyboard itself. So one like this, you can plug the dongle, or you can plug a cable straight into your console, and you're able to control all of the lighting effects off of the keyboard itself, which is a really good feature. If you were to have a Corsair or a Razer or something like that, and you don't have a PC to configure everything, you're stuck with what comes out of the box. And a lot of times they don't give you full customization unless you plug into something like a PC to first upload whatever customizations that you want, store it onto the keyboard, and then take it from PC to console. So specifically for consoles, this is a good feature to have. And even on PC, whenever you have something like this, when you go back to the software, like I was just saying, the software eats up some of the resources. Some of your CPU is designated to these lighting customizations. Whenever you power on your system, it has its defaults, Once you log in, the software runs, the software takes over, but the software is eating up some of that CPU usage. Having everything stored on the keyboard doesn't allow your CPU, well, nothing is controlled from the PC. You know, everything is controlled natively on the keyboard itself. Which I'm not taking away from anything like the higher end brands, because you can also, as I said earlier, you can upload it, save it to the keyboard, and then delete the software. But when you have a console and you don't have a PC, that's an option that's taken away from you. So this one, as you see, this has like a weird placement on the, like how the keys are lit up. So instead of it being on top, it's on the side, which is kind of unique. I don't have anything against it personally. Most people aren't looking down at the keyboard anyway whenever they're typing, or most people that know how to type on the keyboard anyway. All right, so I finally got the software, Redragon software. Was able to figure out how to download a GIF. So it tells you that you can't upload a GIF that has more than 25 frames. But I found this one with a baby boy being choked out with 61 frames. And I just, let's see, I'll go back. So it's settings, animation, and I saved it as a GIF here. And then you select that one, open, and then it brings you to here where it shows you the frame count. So I just press upload and upload all frames. And the first time that I did it, it failed and the app crashed. That's because I was like kind of clicking around because it wasn't being responsive. It just had like a scroll or whatever. But this time that it actually worked, I just let it do its thing, and I was on Google just looking at different GIFs that I could download that was less than maybe 25 frames. So I was just trying these different ones. If you're a Street Fighter fan, you can have a Street Fighter GIF, you know, while you're playing the game and things like that. But I got the one that I wanted to work. So now look, check that out. Got baby boy being choked out. That's pretty funny. But yeah, you can get pretty creative with it. But the app itself isn't that great. I'm just gonna be honest. Windows lock, whatever. You got the response time. I'll just leave it at 1,000. Macro manage button settings. So you can change all that stuff, but most people just leave the stuff the same, and they got the same animations. They're just named through here, rather than just being effect 1, effect 2, like it is on the keyboard. But now, whenever you go on here, you can have it set to time, or you can have it as your GIF. That's what this keyboard is doing to its competition, sneaking up on them and choking them out. But yeah, so the software isn't that great. Really, I don't recommend downloading the software unless you are going to use the GIF feature, which is a nice feature. I will say it's a nice. But just like I said before, like with people with Corsair keyboards, and you don't want to eat up your resources, or don't even want this cheap, poorly made software on your PC, I would just delete this after you put your GIFs on there and go about your day. It's not really that big of a deal, but it is a feature that you can take advantage of. Unfortunately, those people who are on console and don't have access to a PC, they won't be able to download this. But you can do everything else, literally everything else, but without just not this feature on console, which isn't that bad. If you have any questions about this keyboard or some things that you look for whenever you're watching keyboard reviews, leave them down below. Whenever I upload my full review, I'll be sure to try and cover some of those things. If there's any other questions that that I may have missed in this review, just leave them down below and I'll be sure to cover it in the next one. But I appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you next time.